storyteller, and today we are discussing about several aspects of sexuality health education on the under 25 G code page. And I feel very privileged as a sex educator when people come out and ask me all the questions that they have without any hesitation, because that really helps me understand what all we have to address to the young community. Yes, so thanks a lot for that. And as we talk about sex and sexuality health, one of the most important topics to address is consent. So we have to talk about that. Without that, it is not a good, comprehensive sex education conversation. So here I am to talk to you about consent. So, what is consent? Consent is when both the partners who are about to be involved in a sexual activity, or let's say all the partners who want to be involved in a sexual activity, have agreed to do that activity. Now, with this understanding, I want to ask you a question. Is that alone enough? Is consent alone enough? Are we looking at consent in the right sense? So I want you to sit with this question as I'm going to tell you a story. Of course, the storytelling session is at 8 p.m. and I'm going to be live, and I'm going to bring one of the most powerful stories that I've ever heard. The story has changed my life in many ways. So stay tuned at 8 o'clock. Right now, I'm going to tell you a small story to just touch and to just talk about consent holistically. Okay, so here it begins. Two young people are in love. One's 18 and another is 19. The romance is very good, and their friends think they're the best couple. They're very excited for them. Everything's going good. The boy and the girl have their own moments, and they feel very happy about being where they are. So one day, the boy is alone in his house, and he invites the girl over, and they get talking. One leads to the other, and it is a very romantic evening. But now the boy wants to have sex. Okay, he wants to have sexual intercourse. He has a condom ready in his pocket, and he says, "I really want to do this today," and he's very enthusiastic about it. But the girl is not ready. The girl is still feeling unsure about having sexual intercourse. She says, "I'm scared. I don't want to do this. Let's not do it now. We can wait," and all of that. For whatever reason, she is not feeling up to it, and she doesn't want to do it. Now the boy is disappointed. He thought today is the day, and he asks her, "Don't you trust me? Aren't you going to marry me? Aren't you in love with me? I can't believe you don't trust me," he says. Now the girl feels threatened. She wants to prove her love for him. She really wants to show him that she trusts him. She didn't say no because she did not trust him. She was really not ready for it. But now she has to prove herself. So she agrees to have sex. And then it happens. Now in this story, was it consent? Yes, the girl has agreed to have sex with the boy. But is that consent enough? Is that consent the right kind of consent? So here is when I want to introduce you to the word enthusiastic. And let's put enthusiastic in front of consent. And let's remember from today that a partner has to give enthusiastic consent to their other partner. So it is not enough if they just agree. They should be enthusiastic and thrilled enough, and they should agree with confidence. Yes, only then the consent is the right kind of consent. If a partner consents to have sex for any reason, like force, coercion, to prove oneself, to prove love, or because they're unable to tell why they don't want to do it, any other reason, it's not okay. So this is something that I really want you to keep in mind. And this is a conversation I would love for you to have with all the young people out there. I would love to have this conversation with all the young people out there. So during my classes, during my online sessions, during my real sessions in classrooms, this is one topic that I really elaborate on and we have a very healthy discussion about. So if you want to ask any more questions about consent, please do feel free to ask. Thank you.
क्या अभी भी आपको सहमति पर सवाल है? क्या अभी भी आपको कंसेंट का मतलब नहीं समझ आया? तो चलिए हम एक काम करते हैं, हम सेक्स की बजाय चाय की बात करते हैं। अगर आपके घर मेहमान आए तो आपको पूछना चाहिए, क्या आपको चाय चाहिए? और वो कहते हैं हाँ चलो चाय पीते हैं, तो गेम ऑन। इसका मतलब वो आपके साथ चाय पीना चाहते हैं। अगर आपने पूछा हेलो चाय पी लो और वो बोले यार पता नहीं, आप उनके लिए चाय बना सकते हो पर वो शायद ना पिए। अगर उनको चाय नहीं पीनी, और जरूरी बात ध्यान रखना, आप उनको जबरदस्ती चाय नहीं पिला सकते। आपने सही सुना, उनको जबरदस्ती चाय मत पिलाना, उनका मुंह जल जाएगा यार। अगर आपने पूछा चाय पीना चाहेंगे आप, और वो बोले ना ब्रो मुझे चाय नहीं चाहिए, उन्होंने साफ मना कर दिया, तो उनके लिए चाय मत बनाना, जबरदस्ती मत पिलाना, और उनकी नाक को दिल पे मत लगाना। चाहे आपके दिमाग में चाय उबल ही रही, पर बात आगे नहीं बढ़ रही, तो चाय पत्ती तक मत निकालना। भले आपको पता हो कि वो कैसे अपनी चाय लेते हैं और उनको आपकी चाय बहुत ही पसंद हो और आपकी चाय में दम भी हो, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो आपकी चाय बार बार पिएंगे। कोई भी अपना मन कभी भी बदल सकता है। क्या आपको लगता है कि ये चाय पीना चाहते हैं? चाहे वो बेहोश होने से पहले, सोने से पहले या भंड होने से पहले आपके साथ चाय चाहते थे, बट अब वो चाय पीने की हालत में नहीं रहे, और अब तो आप जरूरी बात गैस कर सकते हो। उनको जबरदस्ती चाय मत पिलाना। मेरी बात मानिए, उनको जबरदस्ती चाय मत पिलाना, क्योंकि बेहोश, सोते और भंड लोगों को चाय पसंद नहीं। शायद उन्होंने छोटे कपड़े पहने हो और आप उनको चाय के साथ गर्मा गर्म करना चाहते हैं। ये आपकी गलत फहमी है। चाहे वो कैसे भी कपड़े किसी भी कारण पहने, जरूरी बात यह है कि आप उनको जबरदस्ती चाय मत पिलाना। और याद रखिए, अगर आपको चाय पीने के लिए कोई नहीं मिल रहा तो आप अकेले भी चाय पी सकते हो। अगर आप समझ सकते हो कि चाय हो या सेक्स हो, हमेशा पूछ ही लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि सहमति सेक्सी है। क्या अभी भी आपको सहमति पर सवाल है? क्या अभी भी